Hey, how's it going? I've been slacking in the video department really bad, so I'm making a video now. Um, I'm sorry that the quality is so crappy. The lighting here really sucks. What's the date today? The 26th of June. So that means I am roughly 6 weeks on testosterone, and I think that's pretty freaking wicked. Um, I actually have my vial here, and you can see it's almost empty. I have one more shot out of this one, and then I will need a refill. So that's pretty exciting stuff. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna keep this bottle for like the rest of my life. Yeah. So my last video I was talking about a few changes that I've noticed, and I guess I have a couple more. A few of my friends have been telling me that my voice has dropped a little bit. Um, what do you think? I can't really tell, but sometimes I can. I've noticed when I'm laughing, it kind of cracks a little bit, and I feel like a 14-year-old boy whose balls are just about to drop. But that's the way it goes, I guess. As far as my sex drive, it's fine now. At first, it was kind of crazy a little bit. Um, I definitely noticed an increase in it. But right now, I find that it's kind of gone a little bit. It's stable, but it's gone. I don't know if it's just because I'm kind of stressed out about some things going on, moving apartments and whatever. I think that could definitely be a factor as to why whatever. I've also heard from a friend of mine that she thinks I've gotten a little bit hairier, but I think it's just my hair getting thicker, like it's supposed to. Um, I mean, I haven't really noticed, I guess, too much, but I don't know. We'll see. Um, what else is there? Nothing else really. My face still isn't oily. I'm not breaking out yet. I really hope I don't soon. I've noticed a few more hairs actually on my mustache growing in. Pretty stoked about that. I can't wait for that to happen, but I know it's gonna take a while. What else is there? Nothing. Okay, let's get to the fun stuff. So, I got a call from my doctor saying that he had gotten in contact with the CAMH Center in Toronto that I've been dealing with. And they had booked me an appointment for a top surgery approval appointment. So I was pretty nervous for that. What that entails is pretty much you picking what kind of surgery you want to get. Um, right now I'm talking about top surgery. So you can choose between the different procedures, keyhole, periareolar, or a double mastectomy. Now, when you go into that interview, you have to choose which one you want. You have to know the risks, the benefits, the procedure, and you also have to know your aftercare plan. For me, I'm going to be going through Dr. Brizard and his team in Montreal, Quebec. So they wanted to know what I had planned for getting there, how long I'm going to be staying there, how I'm getting home, and who's going to take care of me when I get back home. I did my appointment today, and I was nervous going into it until I realized who I was actually going to be talking to in the appointment. It was my social worker, I guess you can call him. from the CAMH center that I had originally did my assessment with. So I was pretty comfortable talking to him. It lasted pretty close to an hour, and I think it went very well. He had mentioned to me that I definitely did my research and I know what I'm talking about. I have a great aftercare plan, and he said I'm definitely ready for it. Now, unofficially, he can't tell me if I'm approved or not approved. What they do is they take his notes and kind of reflect on how the appointment went with his team, and they will decide if I'm ready or not. Now, if they decide that I am approved for this surgery, they will send out 2 letters to Dr. Brizard and his team telling them I'm coming down the pipe. And then they will also send a letter to the ministry, and if the ministry approves me, they will send me a letter of funding. Now, because it's going to get covered through the ministry, I have to wait until I get that letter, the funding letter from them, before I can contact Dr. Brizard and his team and book an appointment with them. It takes about 6 weeks or so for them to decide if I'm approved or not, and then after that I gotta wait a few more weeks to get the funding letter, and then however many months to years, possibly, it could be to actually get my surgery. Once you get the funding letter from the ministry, you have 2 years to get your surgery done, unless of course I decided to get my surgery done outside of North America, which I won't, but they would obviously give you a little bit more time because you're going out of country. Yeah, I feel like I did very well in that appointment. I'm ready for it. I'm hoping that I can get the keyhole procedure done, but I mean, it all depends on chest size. I don't have a very big chest to begin with. But it also depends on elasticity of your skin, and honestly, it's up to the surgeon. So I'm hoping for a keyhole, but there is a possibility that I'll have to get the periareolar, which is still a pretty simple procedure, but obviously there's a couple more steps to it than just the regular keyhole. If you guys aren't familiar with these procedures, don't hesitate to ask, and I can actually make a video kind of explaining each process. Yeah, I'm excited. Even Robert, the guy that I was talking to from Toronto, was pretty amazed at how quickly I've been kind of pushed through the line, because I had my initial assessment with them in March, and I got my hormones 2 months after that. I started on May 14th, and it's June 26th, and I've already had my top surgery approval appointment. So if you decide to go through CAMH, it does take a long time for the initial assessment. There is a long waiting list. However, once you get in, you're in, and it goes by very quickly. So it also helps when you have a family doctor that is as efficient as mine has been, and definitely working with the CAMH Center has helped tremendously. Other than that, there's nothing really else that I needed to say. Congratulations to America for legalizing gay marriage across all 50 states. That is incredible news. It is about time. One step at a time for sure. Took a while, but hey, they got it. So now the next step for them is just kind of realizing that trans is beautiful, and we got to start protecting our transgender buddies and our family. So, I mean, one step at a time. That's all it takes. They're moving in the right direction. Thank goodness. And it's kind of funny because a lot of Americans are posting on Twitter like, I'm moving to Canada because of this and whatever. Well, joke's on you because we're more accepting than that, you dummies. However, that is my big update. 6 weeks, 6 weeks and how many days? Let's see here. 6 weeks and a day, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 weeks and 1 day. I have officially been on tea. Stoked. I did my last tea shot yesterday. It's a little bit irritated today. It's just kind of itchy. It's like a bug bite, but I think it's just my left leg. It's kind of weird. But yeah. So I got one more shot out of my vial, and then I'll be able to go in for a refill. And yeah, life is good. Life is really, really good. And for those of you who are watching that are possibly going through it or starting to go through it, it's well worth the wait. Absolutely worth the wait. You won't regret anything. It is it's a life-changing experience, that's for sure. And a life worth living, for sure. Anyways, I'm gonna I'm gonna stop this video because it's going on almost 12 minutes. But yeah, so as soon as I get the chance to post this, I'll post this. Yeah, alright, well enjoy the rest of your evening, day, night, whatever you want to say. It's fine. Cheers.